I was actually inspired by Kennedy's speech where he said, "Ask not what your country can do for you." And when I heard that speech, I just felt really that I had to do something. And I signed up for the Peace Corps in the fall of '61.
Time that I was teaching there that Kennedy was assassinated. So I said, you know, I've got to serve in the Peace Corps. So it's pretty much an idealistic motivation.
And yeah, I think the sense of adventure, traveling somewhere new, seeing what would happen.
I was quite interested in Peace Corps, maybe out of my curiosity. So I went to Peace Corps office in Seattle and found out non-American citizen cannot be a volunteer. So I became a citizen of the United States. And they accepted me when I was 67 years old and sent me to Namibia.
Okay, I joined the Peace Corps when I was 18. I tried to get in a little bit earlier, but they wouldn't let me take the tests because I wasn't 18 yet. And when the Peace Corps came out, I was 16, and I just really thought that was perfect for me. I had been raised on a farm, so I knew basic elementary home economics, you know, hygiene and things like that. I didn't know where that would fit, but I just thought, well, I could do something. And
I just felt so inspired. There was a recruiter, I'll never forget him, who came to speak in some of my classes in international studies major at University of Oregon. And he just said the right things, and it really appealed to kind of the place that I was in my life where I was inspired to be in the world and connect with other cultures and really just open my mind.
But I think most of us were out to save ourselves. And in the end, probably that's what we did, is we saved ourselves, because we did learn a lot about ourselves, about the world, and I think we all came back as a different person.
You know, Peace Corps is looking for people that have altruistic reasons and who have self-interest, both. And I think that's smart because for many people at least, it's going to be such a different experience than anything they've ever experienced before. And I think altruism isn't always quite enough to keep you going. When things get really rough, you've got to sort of see some self-interest.
Well, the truth was I couldn't get a job.
We were sent to the University of Illinois at Carbondale. I think they chose it because it was hotter than Niger. And if you could survive there, you could survive in Niger.
Well, Peace Corps always gives all of their volunteers a certain amount of language training so they can get around easily in the country.
There is also other language trainings. So for example, in Panama, there was 7 different indigenous languages. So we also got some training in that, which was valuable.
But in our case, they had to train us to a language proficiency that would allow us to teach in the classroom in the language.
In our group for the training, I think we were about 60, and actually 40 of us went to Niger. There was a pretty strict psychological testing, and maybe also we had to pass physical, etc.
And be immersed in, once you're on your own and you're out of training, with people who are sometimes absolutely the opposite in nature in the way that they relate to each other and the environment that you're living in. Like there would have some more candid conversations about that and some more intensive real training, you know, about that would have been nice.